message. As Daniel said before, that the student must knowledge or skills through duplication is nothing about problem solving. Well planning and appropriate learning environment play essential roles when using problem solving as a teaching strategy in our class. Today I'll talk about planning and implementing problem solving in our class, as well as the expectations of students during problem solving. First, planning and implementing problem solving as a teaching strategy. There are some general steps. Here I divided them into 3 parts: preparation, application, and evaluation. Because application and evaluation are quite similar with the process we already explored in other teaching strategies. So today I mainly focus on the first part, preparation. As a teacher, what kind of things do you consider before you use a teaching strategy in your class? Yeah?
How effective it's going to be with the class.
Yeah.
Time.
Yeah.
Yeah, whether you have enough time.
Student engagement and their behaviour.
Yeah.
Whether you can find the proper resources to implement the strategy.
Yeah, that's good. The factors may depend on the student and the teacher's background. Here I list some common points. I want to talk more about the suitable problems because choosing problem is a challenge. Because choosing problem is a challenge because the type of problem may have a significant impact on students' learning. But how do you know the problem you choose is suitable or not? First, the problem must be built around the important concept, principles, or real situations. Then ask yourself this question to check the relationship between the process and the outcomes. Last but not least, choose the right categories of problem. Generally speaking, we divided the problem into 3 categories: routine, non-routine, and open-ended. Routine problems are solved by the application of an already known process. Many simple mathematical problems fall into this category. For example, you already know 1 + 1 = 2. It's simple to get the answer of 1 + 2. But the non-routine problem involves not only duplication but also the relevant research. For example, you want to buy a computer. First, you have some preferred options. Then, you do some research and compare the price and functions. Then you make your decision. Well, after you are familiar with the categories of a problem, you can also use the following 3 categories to select problems: relevant, comprehensive, and complex. The problem needs to be relevant so that you will maintain the student's interest and concerns, so that the student can transfer the new acquired knowledge into the real situation outside the classroom. And the problem must be comprehensive, that enables students to explore broad concepts and develop specific skills. The complexity of the problem should reflect the complexity of the real world, enable different perspectives and solutions to be explored, and also encourage students to be multidisciplinary approaches to the problem solution. Understanding and applying this method is much easier for you to select problems as part of the teaching strategy. Okay. Now let's turn to the next part, establishing an appropriate learning climate, in which students will be encouraged to learn and they will feel comfortable with sharing their own ideas. The following techniques are worth trying. Because of the time limit, I only demonstrate the first one. Encourage students to think and to monitor their learning. The way learners think about the problems they are solving is influenced by the interaction among the students and between the learners and teachers. So as a teacher, we should expect our learners to think, encourage them to think, and reward them for thinking. That means we have to help students become aware and in control of their thinking process. Here are 3 useful methods you could consult to help learners develop the reflective and cognitive skills. First, encourage learners to ask questions such as why, how, and what. Then use brainstorm to emphasize the importance of sharing and accepting ideas. Finally, teach the learners how to use debunker thinking hats. Does anybody know what the thinking hands-on. Yes, please.
I know they're colours, but it's all about looking at something so technically financial from different aspects.
Creative, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like looking at something with different perspectives,
Yeah.
and then that each color means one perspective, like creative.
So creative and analysing or something like that.
So you can get a deeper understanding of the subject.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. There are 6 different colors, hence which indicate different thinking perspectives. The color could help a student to visualize 6 separate moods of thinking and convey the meaning of thinking. Our case study is an excellent application of this theory. Who prefer to take the analyze thinking in our case study? Please hand your up.
What did you ask?
Yeah. Who prefer to do the analyze thinking in your case study? Yeah. During you analyze the case study, which hand do you prefer to wear it? You think you use which one?
The analysis.
Yeah. You do analyze.
The white one and the blue one.
Yeah. You focus on the facts and questions and maybe do some reflection on the video. Who do the creative thinking? Yeah. Which hand you want to wear?
Green hat, I would say.
Okay. The green one? Yes, yes. Yeah. And who do the practical thinking? Yes, please.
All the weak points and the positive aspects
Yeah.
stand out.
Yeah.
And the blue one, because practical
Yeah, also use a
means
blue one.
like to come up with new solutions for the problem.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Here's another detailed example. You can just hand out it. If you're interested in it, you can read it after class. Okay. Okay, let's move on. We all agree that learning will not occur unless the students are able and willing to participate actively in learning process. As a teacher, we can help and empower the student to do this by making our expectations very clear to them. This will differ according to the way we have structured the problem-solving activities. If you have organized a student to work individually, you must expect them to develop a plan and work systematically during the whole task and keep a written record about the process and the result and do some reflection on what and how they learn. But if you have organized the student work in groups or pairs, the cooperation and collaboration skills and comments may be in. And if you do organize the students in a whole class activity, the comments and general conclusion is much important for them to check the quality of learning. Okay, in conclusion, we went through the common stages of planning and implementing learning problem solving as a learning strategy and the strategies of establishing appropriate learning environment and the expectations of students during problem solving. That's all. Any questions or comments?
The handout is great.